comfortable on these champions, and it's interesting because it made me think that's what I was expecting Solary to go for here, but instead
to try and figure out what he wants to do, and Kyo's taking some aggressive trades right now. He does have a wave on him, but Joko is hovering by, and now so is Akabane.
Yeah, both junglers are here. They actually might get Kyo to pressure because he's going in.
Let's ignite down. Kyo does have to be a bit careful. No flash, of course, but we will also see Akabane come up. I don't think it's going to be in time.
Nice.
And despite the invade, Joko still able to find a first blood in the top. Slip by unnoticed. Akabane's close by, but it could be an opportunity to try and burst someone. Inax immediately flashes away. Joko will be hooked up. We'll get some damage right back. Inax now free-firing away, but it's Camelius who ends up dropping, and that's going to be Azza who cleans it up. We can see Akabane here, but it does not look like he's going to be able to find an angle. Again, that is now alive and active here, Beatdown. We took a look at week 1, and that was a huge part of what we were getting. Teams looking for the dragon stacking, but I might have to hold my tongue on the dragons because this could be a setup here in the lane.
Joko is here, but look who else is here. I think Joko's gonna back up. Oh, they gotta go.
Kyo is getting absolutely shredded. Snip, snip. Melonic finds it. And how about the Dragon Rage? Melonic lives. Nice counter gank from Akabane.
Actually play for this Dragon Soul as a major win condition.
There it is. Confident player, especially when he's able to get a lead. But now GameWard looking to take some map control, want to get some vision down. 3 players moving into the jungle here. Would be matched. Scarlet's also in a position where he could look, but that will be the dredge line. Steal back. Uses the ultimate, but it doesn't connect.
Going back.
Blade will follow.
Nice
and now it's the unleashed power that finds the first one here for Azza. Inax in a bad situation is caught out and taken down. Can't even flash. And Solary, they have taken down 3. They have taken down 4. And they will punish GameWard hard in the jungle. In a position where they're going to be able to potentially snowball, especially with champions like Kassadin now with kill. Things get a lot more difficult for Chocolate, and you can already see just the support, making sure that he's going to be able to push through mid and also drop the Rift Herald for some plates here. But Solary, they are here for the response.
Wow, and again, the 4v4, Shelly actually falls before hitting the turret plates, which is a big deal for Solary. Own death here. And I think I want to highlight too is that Azza has been playing really well on the
fantastic here for him, but now it's a bit of a race for the first tower, and guess who gets it? Azza will be able to take it down. It will be a trade, but it is not first turret gold, so now it's a second dragon stacked up. It will be a second Rift Herald, however, over towards Akabane, again uncontested. Just a lot of trading taking place here on the map for us at the time being.
That's right, maybe this time around Wards get a good engagement. If you see Camelius manage to pull someone down, set up Inax to put out the DPS that Jinx is known for, then he'll be in a good spot, but he's caught.
Where'd he go? I don't know. I blinked and he was just gone. The scout of the week, layering this CC beautifully.
Right, and that burst damage is exactly what I wanted to talk about. We're gonna hold that thought. Kyo is in a lot of trouble.
No flash, has to pull off an incredible outplay. Well, there it is. Sonic Wave will be able to land. Decent healing with the Gore Drinker, but still too many members to deal with, so they do end up finding a trade on the other side.
It's gonna be a lot of extra gold in Melanic's pocket. The extra bonus gold locally for taking tier 2s is very impactful, and even though he's being collapsed on by 3 members, can they actually get on top of him? Oh, they got him.
All right, Melanic, what do you got for us here? 1 versus 3.
Not a lot.
CC is gonna land. Doesn't even have an opportunity to fight back. And it's just the top laners basically both getting caught, but Inax is gonna take full advantage here in the mid lane and see if he can knock down the tower, and it looks like he should.
Yeah, that is gonna be much needed gold in Inax's pocket. Potentially even a tier 2. I think they want Melanic to go in on them because it's seeming like the dragon is not necessarily the priority, Austin. They want to keep pressuring this Gwen and just go right on top of her.
Oh, the CC, and they lock it down. Chocolate tries to go in, but can't find an angle.
As far as possible, and just adding more gold tier carries. We keep talking about it. Scarlet, Azza, they're going to be the late game damage dealers. They have all the bursts Solary are playing for here. So again, that's what they have to be dodging, even if they start off some of these engages. And speaking of, I think Melanic's in trouble.
All right, he's absolutely in trouble. Ignites come down, Mega Death Rocket comes out, but doesn't find enough damage to get anyone down.
And ultimately, Solary are not really worse for wear. They're continuously pressuring Melanic. Oh, hold on.
All right, TP's coming in again here. Steelback gets engaged on. He goes in with the Solar Flare. CCing, and now we'll go into the stopwatch. But it's Kyo finding Camelius. Now trading onto a second. They'll take
nice shuffle.
But Chocolate has responded back.
Inax
will be able to use that Emperor's Divide, but Inax gets deleted. Goodbye. Back to the fountain you go. But Chocolate alive and active.
A bit of pressure, but you can see it. The DPS is starting to come through, and the Emperor's Divide from Chocolate adds a lot of damage into the mix as well. It gets them out.
We're going to find opportunities coming back to, I think they had vision on Scarlet when he was going for that back, and then of course you have that 4 seconds. Be able to try and take as many players down as you can. Inax though, no summoners. Scarlet says goodbye.
See ya.
Delete summon now. This is a favorable fight for the side of
looking
Solary. Chameleus is down. The bot lane is no longer here. And that
fight. So GameWard instead, especially with Scarlet running interference, are just going to try and make plays mid. I don't know if you want this.
You don't want that, Scarlet.
Yeah.
He could look for a 1v2. He's just toying with them. He goes back in and will delete Aquabane. The Baron is being secured. You have your mid laner 1v3ing level 17 on Cassidy and Checolad. You have it in you. That will be the shuffle. But is it enough? He does solo kill.
Still be able to get a lot of value out of this neutral. And Joko, you're in trouble.
Might be. That's going to be the rocket. Just does a bit of chip damage here. Checolad, I don't know if he has an angle on Joko, but he's
going to go back.
He wants to re-engage. Checolad.
Oh, nice ulti.
How about a solo kill from Joko? And now Chameleon's caught out in the river. Checolad bites off more than he can chew. And that means Solary in a position where they have the Baron and they have 2 members down. Active just yet. Will they continue to push? Scarlet is here, and he's ready to deal the damage. The Everfrost does so much, followed by the Rift Walk. Aquabane, you're not playing League of Legends anymore. And now Solary are knocking on the door. They are in the... Checolad maybe feels like he's got to make some of these plays, but Melanic has now engaged into the river. Joko is going to eat up quite a bit of it. Steal back on the other side, trying to tag up Chameleus. He goes in with a flash. We'll be able to land the depth charge, but now GameWard in a position where they could potentially win, but now they're just getting deleted. Scarlet's in the fight. Aza's here also to dish it all out, and that means that they have more than enough to close out the game. Solary get their first win of the season.
Huge team fight, huge win from Solary. They grouped up nice and good for Scarlet's Rift Walk, and this is more of what we were expecting from this roster here. May have struggled a bit in the early game on the top side, but it didn't matter. Solary are now 1-2.
Gotta feel good to get that first win, especially